Welcome to Rick's Corner, where we talk wrestling. Hi, welcome to Rick's Corner. Today I have a very special guest, a very big superstar in film and TV, and actor Robert Patrick, who we did a movie together. When was it? In 2000, 1991? 91?
It was 1991.
Called Zero Tolerance.
Your goatee was black.
It was.
You didn't have any hair, but your goatee was black.
But I'm just as good looking, right?
And I remember you've gotten better looking as the years have gone by. I actually remember it because you allowed me to kick the shit out of you.
He did.
In the fight scene. And
you did.
At first, you weren't too happy about that. Just like your old buddy Arnold wasn't too happy about me kicking the shit out of him in T2.
But that was the job. You had to do it.
But that was the job. He had to do it. He had to let me do it.
You hit me with a beer bottle and broke it over my head.
I did, and I pulled a fast one on you. Instead of using the breakaway bottle, I used a real bottle.
I know, because it bled like hell all over the place. And my wife said, "What did you do? I thought you'd done wrestling." I said, "It's Robert Patrick, and he's stiff, and he beats me up, and I was sore."
He's not a very good stunt guy.
Yeah,
he's not very good at stunts.
It hurt.
It hurt.
It still hurts. But over the years,
you know what I'd like to do is I'd like to pay you for that little thing, $1 million of
oh wow,
American Wrestling Federation.
Wow, that's got to be worth a lot of money with that guy's face on there. I mean, it's worth it's worth face value.
Look at that guy.
All right, so over the years,
so here we are.
Yes.
Man, it's amazing being here.
Yeah, this is a nice
area.
area.
People out there.
I know. And they're all watching us from behind.
From behind. Hey, guys.
I hope my ass looks good.
We're over here.
All right. Over the years, we've seen each other at the gym.
Yes, we have. I've been working your program for a while now.
I know. You're starting to get bigger than me.
Starting to get bigger.
It's upsetting me.
It's upsetting you a little bit, but I don't have the abs you have. Still, to this day.
Well, you got to lay off those carbs.
I got to lay off the carbs, yeah. I went to Little Tony's last night and had a big carbohydrate dinner.
I'm going out tonight with my daughter for prime rib, and we're going to share it's a cinnamon dish dessert with ice cream, and she's already got it planned.
Well, see, I had to take my boy, because you know my boy is now wrestling with
That's
you.
right,
he's
Sam.
Under your tutelage here.
Yeah. That's a good word.
He's working, thank you.
Tutelage.
Yeah, I went to college for 1 year. My son a while back he said to me, you know, Dad, I love the WWE, and I love watching the wrestlers, and he's a big fan of it, and he came to me and said, is there any way that you could take me down to a SummerSlam event that's happening in Los Angeles? And I tell you the truth, I had kind of forgotten about the fact that I'd made a movie with John Cena called The Marine a couple years back, and I had lost touch with John, and so I reached out to him and ended up doing another job with him, a television show called Psych that'll be on in January. You're going to dig this. It's got like John Cena and me reunited again doing a... But so we saw John, and we went to the SummerSlam thing, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed it. I had a ball. It was the first wrestling event I'd ever been at.
And basically, you saw me after, and you marked out, didn't you?
I did. I marked out. I told you all about it. You just looked at me laughing, and then at that time I said... you know, I'd like to get my boy in your school.
That's right.
If you'd accept him, and of course, you made me, you know, bring him by. You evaluated whether or not you thought he had any potential, and as we just saw, he's picked it up pretty quick.
Well, he's a nice kid, and he was a little shy the first time. Second time, he got a little more in it, and today I saw his confidence just blossom. I mean, he really took it, and he went with it, and he's enthused, and he's got the fire going. It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's night and day. He, you know, as 9-year-old boys are, they're a little shy when they show up certain places.
Well, 9-year-olds is kind of young to start. I usually do 10 or 11, but he has the desire. He's a wonderful kid, and he really wants to do it. And I could see in his eyes, he was just like beaming after he did those hip tosses and arm drags.
Yeah, he just loved it.
He loved it.
And I got to tell you, to walk in and see him doing that, I was just thrilled.
You didn't expect it, did you?
I didn't expect him to pick it up that fast.
I know.
You know, he's got some good athletic ability. He does karate. He's an orange belt in karate. He does baseball. He does soccer. He can play football, and you know, once I see him rolling and tumbling out here, I think he's got some potential.
I think he will. I'm really happy he's part of the group. Everybody's accepted him as one of the boys, which is really a plus, because now he feels confident that he's with people he enjoys working with, and he's comfortable with them, which helps him get better in the ring.
Absolutely.
So I think, and if he continues and as he grows, I mean, Jack was with us for a long time now, and he was his size when he started. Now he's a foot taller than him. As he grew,
yeah, and I feel very, very lucky that having worked with you in 1991, and our friendship that we have at the gym, and knowing that your involvement with wrestling and all the guys that you've worked with, John Cena, to name one, and how well they've turned out, I feel very, very comfortable bringing him over here, and I know he's getting the proper training to embark on his WWE wrestling career.
I'm glad you feel that way about me, but I have to ask you something personal, because you do feel that way. You think that at my age, at 65, that I have a chance to come back again and do it one more time?
Absolutely. I think that if you wanted to right now,
yeah,
you could come back and get in the ring and you could do it.
Do you think that?
But I think you might have big intervals in between your matches.
Yeah.
Like you may have one match in the first quarter of a year, one match in the second quarter of a year, another match in the third quarter, and the final fourth quarter.
All right, now you know,
so 4 matches a year, I think.
You know my wife Randy. You think she'll allow it?
No, I don't think she'll allow it. I don't think she will either. Yeah. But I think it would be worth it. I'd go to see it.
She's not home today. She's in Colorado for 4 days, and she doesn't know we're talking like this. So we can't let her know that maybe we might have a match between you and I. And I can put you over again. I'll make you look good.
Really?
Yeah.
We could do that?
Yeah. But this time I use the bottle.
This time you use the bottle. This time you cut my head. Well, you know, once you start watching it and you get an appreciation as an actor, I mean, the entertainment aspect of this is very appealing, because, I mean, I've done fight scenes with guys, and I certainly understand the dance portion of this. But the thing that I've been most impressed with going to the professional matches, and also the students you have here, is the athletic ability.
Yeah.
The gymnastics ability, the gymnastic ability, the tumbling ability, the agility, the control over the body that you have to really be a dynamite performer in this.
Well, a lot of people don't realize it. They see it on TV and they come over and they say, "Oh, these ropes are hard and the mat's a little stiff. It's not a trampoline." And the timing, as you can see, even with your son, take your time, do the move, get in character. You have all these things to remember, and they're foreign to the people when they first start. And then they put it together, just like with acting. You do your lines in a scene, but then you got to bring the character into the line. Then you have action on top of it. You say, "God, I got to remember all these things." Well, in the ring, there's no first take, second take, third take. It's all live in front of an audience. Yeah. It's theater in the round. Yeah. So you don't screw up, and if you do screw up, you got to know how to cover it.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. That is something that you just brought up that I think that one of the things that I most appreciate about these guys is the fact that it is live theater. It is there. It is in the round, and they do. They have one shot at it to pull it off, and you wonder, how do they do those covers? We can't, as an audience member, maybe you can, but I can't necessarily pick up when they're covering, or what do they know what the next step is, and how do they retain all that. A lot of those things, when people see actors doing things, they wonder how actors can do it. And I got to be honest with you, as I embarked on my career as an actor, I wondered if I was going to be able to master some of that stuff you have to put in your subconscious.
Exactly.
That you're thinking about, but you're really not, because it's just in your subconscious.
Exactly.
And you just kind of let it be. Hitting a mark, being able to walk and talk, do all sorts of things like that, to make yourself look natural in front of a camera. Those things, when you initially start, are things that you do think about, but you've got to learn how to not think about them and just put them in your subconscious.
It just comes out naturally.
And it's very similar.
It's very similar. It's the same thing. And as you see out here, we take step by step by step and let them filter that in and memorize it, or not memorize it, but get in their subconscious where they don't have to overthink, because when you do overthink something, you mess up. Stay tuned next time for more Rick's Corner, where we'll talk wrestling.